So it stopped raining for a little bit, and yeah, I wanted to talk about a few things that sort of, you meet so many interesting people on your travels. On the plane I met 3 different guys. There was a father and son and another guy who's born in Thailand. His mum's Thailand, but his mum moved to England with her boyfriend and obviously took her son. He grew up in England. He has a Thai license, a Thai passport and a British passport. His English accent, and he speaks fluent Thai. So the opportunities he has is just incredible. And he was one of these young guys who just wouldn't stop talking on the plane, but nice guy, just talk. And it was very obvious to everyone he was as harmless, he's harmless, good heart, you know, harmless guy. But you could tell he was on the old, you know, he's drinking energy drinks and everything, and he's buzzing. His feet, he wouldn't stop. You know, he seemed agitated the whole way, like just caffeine overdose type thing. And then, you know, as we talked, or as he talked along the way, he opened up a lot about he'd been traveling and just working as he was going, which was really good. And I said, oh, you bring back memories of me when I was younger, you know, because I worked and travelled the world, worked overseas. But and I said, yeah, good on you, and what an opportunity you've got. Gosh, to have a passport, you know, Thai passport. You can buy land here, you can buy a house here, and you live in England. It's amazing. But he was telling me about how he goes to raves and, you know, clubs. And I know we're all young and we all go through this sort of phases in life, but to be honest, I touched on it when I was younger, but we were mainly the old pot and mainly drinking, you know. Back in the day it was more clubs and booze. Good fun. We used to laugh, have a really good time. Things seem to change over the years. Now a lot of the kids, the raves, all these clubs, and I know, you know, sounds fantastic, but this kid was a mess, really. I say kid, so what was he? He was 21 or something, but young. And he asked me, he was telling me he's on, you know, he goes to these raves and he does get into taking some of these drugs, and you know, the MDMA, Molly or ecstasy, and he asked my opinion. What do you think I should do? What do you think of what should I do with my life? And I said, everything you're doing with your life sounds fantastic, and it's good to travel when you're young, but you're a mess. You asked my honest opinion. Everyone knows you're sitting here, your leg won't stop moving, and you've admitted to me you're constantly going to these raves and things like that. I said, look, to be honest, if you don't grab a hold of your life very soon, you think it's not going to affect you down the track, but it will. And you have so many opportunities. So I said, look, I'm not trying to tell you what to do or preach to you. You asked my opinion. I'm going to be honest with you. You got the world at your feet. Like, you got more than a lot of people. the two passports that you got are the two favourites. Well, Australia is the favourite, but you can go anywhere with an English, British passport, anywhere through Europe, Australia. But so I said, you got to tidy up your life, mate. Otherwise, you're going to be in trouble down the track. And he really looked at me. He was quite worried, but he took it on his shoulders, and he doesn't want to live the conventional life. He wants to keep traveling, and he doesn't want to just stay in the one place. I said, that's fine, but you do have to start thinking of the future. You can't avoid it. Yeah, have some fun, but enough is enough. So yeah, I didn't mean to preach to him or lecture him, and he understood because he did ask me. But yeah, it's a worry because a lot of that is going on, and yeah, it worries me because they're avoiding commitment of all sorts, avoiding sort of a lot more planning for the future. I mean, I talked about it on videos here, how scared I was when I was young. Scared of the world, which is what made me work for the future, so that I wouldn't be scared. That was my plan, and it's worked. Well, touch wood, so far anyway. But yeah, it worried me a bit. Worries me for the young. They get suckered into, here, try this, it's really good. You know, it really is. I talked to him about anxiety and things that might start to creep into his life later on down the track when he tries to pull away from these things, if he's smart enough to do that. But anyway, yeah, everyone has a choice, and that's the thing. You can live that life and just have a wonderful time, living in a dream. But you know, honestly, a bit down the track, you can't turn around and say, oh, no one, you know, why didn't I invest? Why didn't I save up? Why didn't I plan for the future? Why did I keep going down this track? You know, he would have asked a few people, because he knows. The only reason why he asked, what should I do with my life, is because he knows he's doing the wrong thing at the moment. And he knows he could mess his whole life up if he doesn't start thinking seriously. So I'm glad I was honest to him, and hopefully he finds his way. Yeah, so I wish him all the best, and yeah, it's so good meeting people when you travel and talking to people. And oh, we've got a fight, big fight. Oh, come on, boys, come on. Oh, good boys. Anyway, enough jibber jabber from me. I'm soaked. Talk again soon.